Ha, Abusia, we gonna about RAZ Media GH on YouTube and Kennedy or Ajaport Julia on Facebook. And then Sunday, no, I saw it, no, yeah, Congo, if you will. Monsieur Ne, why I saw it, no, yeah, Congo, if you will. And I'm not saying it for joke, I mean it. And then I saw it, no, Rasta man. Yeah, also for Rastaman. And then the name of Baba, yeah, sorry. This is Sunday morning, and Rastaman so for saying that there on the more any big boom, I will feel him. Yeah, Mumfantum team. And I message us so bad. Now I share video no come. Say there we are. I don't for no now for so bad day. Even be now or more yeah, just a minute. Yes. But see, Rasta man so for my transit. And then ye bana baba ya sorry no. Ya di muha. Yes, and then hana ya sorry no. Abuja me chacham. Where da bia catch them say. The entire betra platform so. The entire yes say ye bre. Betra platform anim. Microphone anim. Camera anim. Na me de me ho kire. Na ye me kasa no. Enye say bia obi hye baabi na wama misika se menji o. No. Enya Ghana mind don't tear me waste me time this na hakasa. It is because of the love that I have for my country. It is the love that I believe will say eye superior to my personal ego and inti am betra na mokasa. Where abusia si ahwe bibi ye na ye ma NDC for the entrone na da ne akeka nsema nyansa ni mene nkwasa keka saa ebe dada ye me ekoto nkwasa ba. I swear to my God we will suffer. Sanko na omo so mpeso omo mra metu MPP amanyo conference na omo metna ba mu no omo nima amamu omo no opposition e fata omo yie se also do Ghana pa ma NDC intra opposition once you say the old sanu nim se na chia yedan achia. But nye nipe wo wiase nyina na betimi atwasa. Tiemi yo, mese se wo do man Ghana. Yere wo ho na ma NDC enter opposition. Because omo no asana ye twa no, omo ni initiatives, omo ntimi ntwasa emma ne yeye. Ye ado emirate mo akwaba. Sankrofo ntimi ntwasa ma ne yeye. Bese obi twasa no na omudi akira a ombetumi ehu say we nkoyie nti ye ni say that can happen. And ye normal. Na se ye nimpa na ekoto aba se ye masa amanyoko we enkrofo we ya omulida entro nkontompo di onim na oka di ontie da na oka na ye masa ankrofo we bedi anima miya be ma na ekire pefe se yen ye no ye man no me si etumi cobra mo akambra mo akwaba si etumi ye mistake in 7 December na ye si ekoyi sabio the failed past president and the failed former minister of education. So muna umra medi oman wo yanim in this era. Sabio every country has struggled to get out of his public debt or to get out of economic challenges. Ni ekofa nkrofo we be gina ho a we are doomed. Mu de asi wo Serenga no Sri Lanka no. Se ekofa nkrofo we be gina so medi eso a what will happen in our country will be worse than what has happened in Sri Lanka. na nipa ombedi akonwa na His Excellency John Ajekum Kufuor aye niema nyina atimi abo ne homodere ma ye de Ghana man ye ka ye da yanim nyina ache yen ama ye be sha ase from zero in terms of debt. Da na pia ma me mo akwaba enkrofo mbedi Ghana man ya bra mo ba ye no na je Kufuor atimi atwa eka na da Ghana man so nyina through HIPIC na ye twani nyinam. So Ghana was a healthy economy. They were not able to make anything. Omo ntumi anye bibi titiro bi ama oman no. Omo ntumi amfa ye sika na nye ade sononko bi ama yen. Even enyuma project ahodo na yagigi hu sika gu ho a o senka, they just needed to continue the project no. Omo che sika ni di ye e di bi koye research di bi koye ndisi adwuma e cheche ma omo ho. That time na ye nika. That time na falling what them call investors enti a console. Sa time no na bond holders enti a console. Sa time no na Ghana ye nika kesi a amene ye na enunti no na yentumi enjeje to nkotua, but these guys fail. Economy na 2008 oti ufie na bangi afro se beji sika kodidwa. Oti ufie na bangi afro beji sika fakoye de open wetua ma yenketenkete. Enkrofo within 8 years no more say the whole economy to the point to say sabio services nketinketi bia na ebo ahiafo wo kwambi so no. They went to a point to say those services were not working anymore. Ability to say Matromax, ability to say health insurance, ability to say school feeding program, ability to say young can say Uko sa policy na je Kufuor de ba ya na uko so akwa we insurance juice katitro biano. They were able to corrupt everything. Some policies initiation be a je Kufuor de ba ya na ebo akuafo. Okay, now I must say during our time the harvesting of the quantity of kilos that we were harvesting during the JM time was higher than Nana Danko Kufuor. Na munim say jumaden a je Kufuor ye no enum tie nam so a mo ba ya na koko eson. Munim say the max sprayer je Kufuor de ba ya na akuafo no koko no for 8 good years. Ye treaty koko fuo no more no, ye treaty omo better no, eni nti ana ama koko nua no e produce more. Eba ne sen ena mu fra konwa no so a koko fuo no gise ye san ye ho adwuma biem. Abusia, I mean, me koko amete he. Me. I want you to understand me. Me pa me pa me fa me na nsi Ghana biem. Onim de ntia. Se me pa me fa me na nsi Ghana man mu biem. But I can assure you, say me nkonkoye street boy, me nkonkoye a homeless guy because me ma abrofo ye ne omo nete ha. Me yare omehwe me wu ombesie me. So what do I care to talk about Ghana? But the issue is the love we have for where we came from is heavier than where we have built our life. Your sister Nyako Mwakwaba, Nana Kofia do say Mwakwaba. Yeah, I'm here. I'm always around. Ghana Fwe, one Nkrofo way. Just say, me, I want to talk about this bogus campaign launch na Mukoye and Watamale. And Kwasi Asama JM Kojina platform so anoka. And now no pay me share that nasi. A penny 36 minutes of conversation. A boni nyina tie early in the morning 6 o'clock. We ma ye din to listen and see say if there is any sensible issue, if there is anything positive in his speech, in Quebec to me encouraging me say maybe this man went back to stay and he has learned sense. No. Just say a form kwasi adwene no nkwa na da papa weti. En kwasi akeka na da Mahama team. Just say sam prako de wobetimi adware nte say de opew gya na ode no mbakwa koto atache. Entro inconsistency, contradiction, saying things that does not make sense. Now, I say, the youth in the country that a binom Jiminti, Nanom, Edramiti, so be say, I don't know, Juma or any so tree some so or say a bobo yao, but because of say a bobo yano, yep, say, ye for the system, no muntra, no better about TMPP. Kwasi Ampani was almost a friend, a Ghanaian Citizen TV. Yes, you also say, MPP Amanyoko na bobosia too much in tea. I was say, yen to abantiao. I didn't hear say Ghana niba bia edeka 22,000 Ghana cedis. No, I was saying to abanti MPP. But how is governance move? Just you know, and what actually makes me sad, and I say, in this era of social media, we have bunch of ignorance, really fool people, stupid. Among for nyansa ketua kura ni omutim. They think that they are wise, so they want camera and they talk about national issues which are very sensitive with this a little brain knowledge about politics. Just say you kwasi afo be na nyansa pa ye fe nyansa o mun ni bio because mama men ka asem na muntie ne ye amanyo amanchechire is quite different from the knowledge that you have in your home. So be yabusu panyin na ye bedi asem no betra na wabubu be wakeka panyin sem de apajo mu akono. That is not how law, democracy, development plans, governance, bilateral agreements with other nations. Yes, the currency issue, the monetary fund and money issues in terms of governance, you know, and to say what do cocoa na what you cocoa na wakoton na wo manage usika kwanya obefa so obe yusu. But some kwasiafo bi no mu say people who has never even been to secondary school. Now omuti twi kakra. Na ebi omuka brofo kakra. They come out to think say they have enough of sense to dialogue or to comment about governance, which is a very critical and sensible, yes, and not sensible, which is very critical and very sensitive. To talk about politics, you must have the knowledge, fact and figure, understand the dynamics even in job politics. Jimmy Kuamanfo, especially my brothers and DC supporters. Jimmy Kwana Dokro Mumu say vum. John Mahama Kankura system the chire won. John Mahama and the NDC leadership, when they mount on podiums, they don't talk about issues, ever bring the well-being of the common people. All what they talk about is you do me, I do you. All what they talk about is criticizing what somebody is doing. new idea be ba obi some say kwan ben so no befa so ya, they cannot explain it to you. And Ghanaians in the 21st century, we are allow ourselves to be lead and to be fooled by Kwasi Ampanya Dunkatia. By chromophobia to say Sami Jamfi. By Yahudini to say Joseph Yamin. But Kurasini be Kwasi Ampanya to say Captain Samantha. Or none of my courage and we trap each other on the Kotia sorrow and Pieto. We no ma twa picture no na ne kote asore wo fa Jimmy. Hey, me, I don't care about the numbers of people who watch me, but anytime I talk, I want to put sense in the people's mind, and I want my message to be delivered as a quality content. Hey, Ghana for Munti in a year. Ghanaians should listen and listen and listen and listen carefully. Or might be anywhere here or Monica. Some kwasi asem na omudi bejina omaka nti o se Ghana man ye de ka ye ka doso enti abanwe mu na homodene no. It is a John Fu way of campaigning. And they can do more akwaba. Confused, Mr. Hammond, please don't go down the gutters with them, but let's tackle the issue as you do. Yeah, I'm going on. Every country in this world own money. Or might be a we are Sibiano Edeka towards the World Monetary Fund, because that is a way. The highest supremacy. TME. Now I'm guessing in sense to o man ye di wiase bia e wo wiase bia deka, especially o man a o develop anase we develop. Se ye ka America fo e ka eda o mu kon mu a age se o du ti kobodan mu. Ye ka Italy fo ka eda o mu kon mu a age se o du ti kobodan mu. I think it's only Germany and Aneka from all the other European countries, they are all owing a huge sums of money to the World Monetary Fund. Besides, we are saying that on a nahokwa. Ye will nipa binuma or money we are saying show. They are the people who are borrowing money to these countries. And yes, also they are now here the open. And yes, also they are now here the open. Uchawankasa usika now. Uchawankasa usika any amount that you like, you put in your system, and you live the life that you want. And yes, sir, the Bank of Ghana so any we cheska open, no the gum. And tesa intimi yes so many ye. Abrochira man nyina de ka, China for de ka, Japan de ka, India de ka, America de ka, US de ka, Italy de ka, Germany, Belgium, Holland, London, Obia de ka. Is cool. Sanet here. Do you know what makes your debt go higher? More you are developing, more your debt becomes higher. You can't also my income. But the difference is, Sakana would know, dear now the every developed country, Ritapia more quaba. Or might be a wagon and nice sword dinner home, or you develop be a kaidana so in Yadikatua, and it said 22,000 now. At that gun and Nibia Komono Isha. They are very low. a very, 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 very low. 22,000 converted into euros or into dollars. And yeah, Baba said, oh, you can say $1,800 or 1,800 euros. And yesika. Because say ye king kanya japadi e wo Ghana man no mu na sika ye de aye car involved to make that things road hospitals the railway lines and school blocks so it is heavier, it is more than that amount of money that we are talking about. Sanity, every developed country is owing, and you cannot develop without not owing another people in the world of geopolitics. Jimmy, Nankamuka, I say, Agenda 111 na ekosono, yedi mihunimu wi ena esi ana. The 66 district hospital, different from Agenda 111 na abayini sini wo man mu no, yedi mihunimu wi ena esi wo mu. Huh? The free SHS are about 2 billion per year. Yedi mihunimu wi ena etua sa aka no. The railway line, a kilometer of a railway line is about $2 million. Yeah, the mehunumi and I railway from Tema to Mpakada. The tax of any day, one district, one factory now, are buying support to individuals in terms of money. And they more money. And then the mehunumi and it is a the teachers and nursing training allowances now, yeah, they man the tertiary institution for no, yeah, they me and it yomoka. And yes, sir, don't talk about taxes, because when you don't understand geopolitics, you don't know what actually the taxes that Ghana government collect are for. And in Tia Bobo now, well, I don't want to be so complicated. Taxes now buying a general. Uti, kra. But when you want to do a project, you need ready cash to do them. Enti obinumo omoka, ana obinumo ka, ena taxes be ba amagigi ene taxes na yagigi no. And then so that tax that we are collecting no, it's not part of the monies that are being spent by the government. It is all involved. And to question your friend day, Jimmy, you know, Captain Smart, Obejina Radio no so, and I'm about Bossian do asenso tax 8 billion, but onim says tax na yejino. We put it in a fund and automatically we use them to pay the debt that are hanging on our neck. Just say, I can't understand and I can't think far sometimes. Bosiano ye boa, ye the taxes na ye jine wo man mu no ene tuane by gradual. And that's why Mobosiana, you cannot get the money to do the project. And the other day, some beautiful police headquarters, police accommodation, 320 apartment to a new room. So, by next year, the amount of police for no, it will 2 million and a Jimmy for Ofanko Road, no, to Sawam, that 6-lane road, no, the million in a year. Well, Ghanaians should not allow themselves for an anti-desperate politician to come and deceive you. Mo mayen traho, emma papa we, fantro, in some nyansanim. Embese ya adwema ye nkoto nkwasiaba, because if we vote for this man, we will regret it for the rest of our existence on this land. Ado Isaac Mwakwaba. Jimmy Nkwa, some of these guys don't understand politics. Yes, or see 10 lane. Yeah, that 10 lane from Ofanko to Nsawamuno. Do you know the cost involved in that? Yeah, the one sikanet ASR car kwano. Car kwanya, the Akratema highway, Kwame Nkrumah ye, ya boni din since 67 years. But no kura po bae no, na sika da ho. Ena ode ne nsa bo mu eye sa adwuma no. Ena kura brofo no ne see. The white man builded that. Yes, I'm not discrediting Kwame Nkrumah. That is not my job. I don't care. Kwame Nkrumah is a legend, what them call a legenda for Ghana, because he played a very important role in the building of a country called Ghana. That is not the reason why I'm here. But the person won't say Kwame Nkrumah motor highway na obedo ye no. Na a 2 lane, one from 4 lanes, 2 on one side and 2 on the other side. Nanado aye die 5 lanes for each side. Or the sika ben ne see. Sa UGCM hospital na Mose Mahama ne see no. Mahama ankasa gina oka kire mo say we first 1 aka phase 2. So the next government should go and find money to come and complete it. Nanado na kope bosia 40 million euros on the be complete here. That money also is part of the debt. And in terms be some say and transfer being can Ghana and he said abayna bobosia dodo. Talk about the project that the government has done. Value for money. Value what are the new infrastructure that has been built in the country. Now, yejai atrofoi. Mamia, as a minister for education, want me to chalk. Nenam cheap politics. Short memory association fonti. Mami utumbe jina bonten kasaditia abanya obaya. Ontochoku. Ohre about 1.2 million students every year. Emo moduane dimo mba bida. A teacher for I am pro omu today omu ye adwon school so ahodo omu no. Ye this hit fancy kan etua wonka. Mahama ne breso a teacher for kwano ntimi ntua wonka. Ghanaians, we should be honest with ourselves. Moma yenye honest. Moma no kredie mira ye mu. Se Ghana for a man no kre etna ye mu a, we will remember where we were coming from. But what you say, we are all pretending as where we were before was a heaven. Jimmy, common light and that time the population of your country was lower than today. So the demand of electricity was lower than today. But the net light will fear. Now enra and this is for power and now me hear mo lunch na mo ye na nkwasiafo bi so nkania wo mo tim pretending say there is a doom so na sabi ufura busia papa ma obeso akania akogina ba bi say doom so o abra doom so ni ho ye wo fi papa ma adwene wom nyansafo wom yeka nyansa yeka adwene obeso kania akogina campaign launch na se pretending say there is a doom show while there is no doom show at anywhere. Well, you know, Kofi Edu say, Mama, Mama yenye honest to ourselves. Poata, Jene, think about where you were before and where you are today. Jene, na who say the empowerment now ban within the youth of the country today, it will have its consequences in years coming, and that will ease a lot of difficulties in the society. Now, Yekasa people don't enra. Yeah, I think I played that video here. Ghanaians still that we don't understand the value of the Ghana card that this government has provided for us. Yentiasie. Sika aban we ya spend no. The other Ghana card no. Adwumayefo a omo ye Ghana card ye tua wonka. Machines ye Ghana card. System a ye update ye keep data of the citizens no. Mo bisa mo say sika ben na ye tua. Your example for Mwakwaba, I have accepted your friend's request this morning. Yeah, on Facebook. Mobisamo. Where we have to be honest with ourselves and understand, say, Amamuono enya agrodie. And Amamuono, yeni nyina say, sabio, wasi abrosana waha. Wesi down waha. No, that one is the physical part. I mean, not in terms of spirituality or whatever. I mean, that is the tangible part. Look at the development that this aban with the aba police jumam helicopter yatama police for ride motors across the country. But Biana police station ni ho nyina yasisibi wo ho. Chese, you know, John Mahama Breso, na police ni uko friends so mna mechi obi agisa wo hand taxi the man. Uko free police ni uko report obi se wadi bone no. Agisa uko hand taxi man na nipa no police ni na taxi ndi abechi nipa no na akọ police station. What respect was in that system? And we are in the 21st century. Look at the number of motorbikes, police vans, police armor cars, police helicopters, police pickups, police saloon cars, police stations. Number of people that have been employed in the secret service, where the security of the country is paramount to any fucking thing that Mahama and his nkwasiafo eba be jina aka kire mu. So mind that na security ni nya adwuma wo mu a. Now, I don't know if some of you watched the video when Dr. Akufu Dampare was talking. Minim se mubi mutie ya. Minim se mutie asema Dr. Akufu Dampare, the IGP of the Ghana Police said to you guys. Jimmy, kwa siampanyi bete say Alexander Wine. Where Jimmy nti onti ase ene oda wada wasumujo Jimmy ene wo maame ene unni ene wo se ene munkura asefo na mote horo ene munam kromu a masumujo. The police inspector of police, he himself eka kire mpefe say investment aban we aye ni police service mu no e bin see that unprecedented na no mention bisa say ye de me hwini mu wi ene ko ye say investment na ene the police services now close to the door of every citizen. Anaya Jimmy. Anaya dem kwasi asem dokono emo anwasem na na ebeka. Chese Jimmy na. Ena dokono bo ayeden. Ena banchi bo ayeden. Ena bro bo ayeden. Yekese munko ye afum djuma so a ena enema no dua ayento oton ayento entimi nko ye nyina ye office adwuma ye e wo se Ghana aban ntimi employ every citizen in the country aden sansam na Mahama kama motio. What Mahama is saying is say he is always complaining, say, aban way into me my Ghana for adwuma ye. And this is why my heart got broken. Adenti andisi for sika dodo na mawia no. Monfa bi me be companies, processing factories. Monfa nya mechanic farm na muntumi ma amanfo adwuma ye. Na mu disike toto dan wa brochire na asefo. The NDC need the bigger investment. NDC need buy any petroleum station and a radio station. Somebody buy propaganda. The biggest investment, no, radio station and filling station. Somebody buy propaganda. Not that be a jai and a JM. I didn't drop. I didn't drop. That you one and making it to look like say you Ghana buy now say oh my Ghana neighbor be a Juman yet. You perceive me more akufu dampare. The video no mamo. Netie asema the IGP himself said. We are living in a world of a new way of living and thinking. Na ye jaya ho na amanfo de ejimeke kan ne nkwasa keka deceive yen all the time. Ni ye jaya ho Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia kasa about how to progress, how to develop a sanity society no na enkwasiafo binom so gina kire keka enkokobuo nketenkete 24-hour economy ne hwan ne hwan. Now we fall flat into these fake promises. What's our binary tackle the fundamentals of a development country, fundamentals to develop a society or put things in accordance. Na atumia ma man nya jinaso pa jinabre pa akona nim no na ebinom so na meye dede about stupidities ena mana me. While the government is serious, thinking about how he can help, how he can build a better way of transportation, train lines, can I say quality road system to avoid even the number of accidents. Kum Ghana for now on Kumasi to Accra Road. No, na a Jimmy for Bloom so Tibabi, and a Mabobosiado. Mabobosiado. And think Kayenya Nanka Ghana for Muti say moi, ewo Kumasi to Accra. Way so. A man for that is we don't care. no ane say mobosia enti ka yenya na nkoman no enyina ho a no ankasa ne ho na nkontete mprompansam. Important is don't borrow money. What kind of politics are you doing? Adwene ben ena mudidi amanyosem na amoye no. Adwene ben na mudi taye chire. The NC yempo no ye pese yem force man nsi. What do I mean? Dum som maye enso yesi yem dum som si. Aduane ho nye na kom NC Ghana enso NDC 4% yen kase kom asi wo Ghana. Ade now what will be the best? And he said, I'm coming to my main reason of coming here today. I never knew, sir, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is constantly inconsistent. I never knew, sir, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is so inconsistent to such level. Now that is my show today. That is what I'm going to talk about. Because Mentiasia said a former president can keep on being so inconsistent. Now, just 1 minute. Yes, I think Abushaman covered. Yeah, but what na share video no. Now, like, but what na invite on for now, Momra. They know when you're here day. Enye adwuma no. Unkwama hwe unkwa hwe enye de. Ye dɔɔso na ede. Se ye dɔɔso a na ede. Se papa panyin te se Mahama obi a obedi Ghana konwa pen. Obi a wo da bi obi a wan kasa da bi wabi wanum ton aka kire yen se aban bia ni ho obetumi di emfie enan asesa Ghana man enne papa we desperation ti wasi ye ma ne kwan na omfa 4 years emekura Ghana man na abusia me se enne meye Mahama ho adwuma enti papa bi trase na me no nyina anye dai eni komo papa bi trase na eduro na me the link no to ho ansi. You know what I'm going to do? Me bo Mahama video na me the link na beto ho opa no I join it. Let's discuss together in seven Mahama kan ye no nyansa ewom. Come and tell us if you are NDC man, if you are MPP, if you are CPP, if you are land for alliance for change, you say when you join us. I want you to understand, say, Papa no. Say what did your can and rana? Why yet one can nothing. Because ajuma bang we are yen wahum. If you want to get yen can say the concerns from the knowledgeable Ghanaians, you must to say something more sensible rather than the continual what them call rhetorical expressions. And I'm about mechiaman for agum. And my by mu unim se krono na obebo a ema. Me de ma ban de ba so o person me bo krono a enye me ho na obeba because my ban is not here to steal. Why na ni Mahama na ne why na ni Mahama why na nhu Mahama manmuo me na me because people don't understand me. From 2012 to 2016 na me sheda tu kotena Ghana for mfie miensa me tena Ghana mfie maako miensa na ebinum sorry 4 years na manfo kwa nim say deport me afira brochire edu abiko ne manu me ho the situation and the condition that things that were going on na ene sa nipa we ya etimi san be gina ho ekeka na nim si so ekeka nsamfo de kyerɛ yɛn na yɛn so yɛ bɔgye so abusa momentie Mahama montie nsɛm a Mahama eka no we are going to justify Mahama this afternoon me say enne asɔre no ɛha ne yɛbɛyɛ no na ɔmo nkwasi abosia na ɔmo ka ho asɛm no I have already explained it to you say the law or the loans and the debt no ɛyɛ ɛte sɛ honam ne ntoma ɛte sɛ honam ne ntoma debt any loan any development ɛwɔ amamuo mu no ɛte sɛ honam ne ntoma in fact if you read deep economists what they say they say debt is sources of wealth when me can be better obi ntiase ti obesere me Thomas Boateng mo akwaba me say debt no debt oka ka eye sources of wealth just say wo eka ema yenka ne say ano da bi nye eka bosiabo ema ubede wo ho obviously it depended the other bosia ne beye enti se wo na wo ye Mahama na wo kwaje bosia na yesifa koye Eastern Corridor Road na wo de sa sika no ekoye research ehwese wo betimi anwene 2016 elections sa aka no emma wo nya wo ho utiemiye se wo di Ghana man so na ukobo bosia se wo de kwakoye Eastern Corridor Road na sika no wo de koye election researcher sa sika no eye car ebebo wo fom eno no eye liability debt of debt eye liability debt sa so ye from Mahama na wo di Ghana man so na wo gi sika na sika ni se so we de bebe wo de school ama nkwada nya school akọ na wo de koye bus branding ewo Ghana man no mu a sa sika no ebebo fom sa aka no ebebo fom but ye foro akufo na wudi man so na wo bobosia na wudi bi si railway lines wudi bi man kwada akọ school wudi bi ma hospitals ahodo wo man no wo ma a teacher for sika wo hye akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ nkuran eto amakatua wo ma doctor for akatua den ekosoro wo ma health insurance cover more diseases in the long run no sa aka na wo boye no sa abosia na wo boye no ebeba beye ahunya de amaw. This is the difference. This is the difference. It's not about sika bosia saying na wabo. It is about dear ben investment now this abosia na ye can mo se monte ase. Ye can mo se mo de monte ase because according to you no bosia bia eye bosia Jimmy akwasi wasande de ho aba. Kwasi ampanyini ena ye Sunday peba bi da e man medi wa tema wia we na o mfa nkoda. Nana Kofi Adu say I was ma me ni atem. But look at this guy. Momentie Mahama kakra na menum nso.
Protect and preserve us so that on 7th December we can exercise our franchise and vote to change the trajectory of our country, Ghana, and make the lives of our people better. On this occasion, I'd like to thank all our supporters, our sympathizers, our foot soldiers, our activists for the strong work that you do to keep our party strong and vibrant. On this occasion, I remember one of our foot soldiers called Wasiu. Wasiu would have been here with us. We call him popularly Aponche. For those of you who are in Asin North, he is the one who, when there was pressure, he took a cement block and raised it and fought for NDC. Today he's not with us. May Allah grant him peaceful rest.
Abusuetio, tie niye. Mahama is the most violent and the most gangster type of person that has ever led the country. What you asema okan? What you asema okan? He is endorsing a violence that happened in Asin Central. A supporter okofa Smith Bro so odebebo obi. Tieniyo, sa nipa we no person mra medi so. Sa okoto aba enipa we. Sa nipa we e no so mra medi so. Se obi afa cement block so odebebo obi tim. Obi afa cement block so odebebo obi tim enti no yen en record. We have to remember and have a memory for that person. Such a violent statement from a former president. Jimmy Nkwa, Hedan Kwasiafo, ye. Jimmy say, yes, and I'm yet a chima. Ya bubu amanfo to say, Mwankoko, Jimmy, sir. Jimmy na, Modiko Dim Kwasiasemwo. Tachima South wa. Setachima not so. Yabubo mutu to say Nkoko amu yano. They have started instigating new people for this another 2024 election. Samusimo Jimmy, Mubewu to say Nkoko. Ye kumuno, na say dunketiana na mati Canada. Mahama na o use violent to instigate you no. Sabre no tibabia. Soja for mo twa ne ho ahia na nya de ketwa. Etimu akwasi nom. Po atanom. Alexander Senaman Kofi Jimmy Fo say no. You will go in front of the police, show your pistols, and the police will gun you down because more. And today, how the police services in our country has reached to know, you cannot gun them down. They will rather gun you down. A Jimmy and a former president can stay on a podium and say something like this, congratulating a violent action of his supporter, Aden. This man is not MP. Saman we onye MP. He was the former president of this republic. And any word that comes from his mouth matters a lot. Any word, any single word that comes from the mouth of this man has a lot of value. So, ebalese no timiko jeni padodo we yanim. Say ye moye nsamuma obi a ofa blog say ode kobo isi o se hwan tim e wase not. Gradually, Mahama is inciting the NDC supporters to be violent. Asemo yo kan ye. Kwasi ampanye bi ogina dom we mu nimu se yeduru se ye to aba na ofa se kan de kowo obi or the bo ekobo obi or fatu kotubo obi a Mahama will recognize him. You know the cycle of the illiterates, you know, very easy to manipulate. And Mahama knew, so what he can say, Ninkro for the Brinan, your ignorance, the heaviest number, your ignorance. So indirectly, Mahama is instigating, Mahama is stimulating these fools there to be violent during the 2024 election because, after all, he, the leader, will recognize you. Such a shame and a stupid statement that any former president can never say so in the public. Wey man fufuro bi mu a enka yebechi Mahama. Man fufuro bi mu a enka Mahama will be under prosecution, investigation. That statement is no go there. It's abomination. Instigating the youth to be violent, calling for violence during elections, trying to manipulate the mind and the minds and the brains of the ignorance who are loaded from Tema, Fanti area, to come all the way to Tamale to come and see you, and they came there, and Asema will catch the one said they have to practice violence during the election because you, Mahama, you are going to recognize them. And then, why this man can understand the position that he hold? Papa went to say, "Baby, I didn't do no. The bra wedi ewo minum no eye the brebi e sombo. Enti nsembi o hwa na num eni kwanse pieba. His says and hundreds so say he for enti muntumi nkasa nkyere papa yi. Say he is making it too loud. Desperation adults. The same way, Mahama needs to come back and apologize for endorsing violence. Moment to us.
Ghana is at an important juncture in its history, and the decision that we make on 7th December is going to reflect on the future of this country. A member of the New Patriotic Party, a friend of mine and a former colleague MP, said, it's not Ghana that needs change. He says it's change that needs Ghana. Change is calling Ghana. And that's Honorable Kennedy Ejapong. Change needs Ghana because in the last Afrobarometer survey, more than 80% of Ghanaians said that our country is going in the wrong direction. And if you are going in the wrong direction, if you are walking or you are driving and you are going in the wrong direction, what do? You change your course. And that is why on 7th December, Ghana must change course. We cannot solve the crisis in which we are with the same people who caused the crisis in the first place. Several years ago, somebody came and said, try me. The result is what we are seeing today. Today, another person has come, and he's also saying, try me. And he's saying the same things the one who has helped to put us in this ditch was saying 8 years ago. And what they say is that if after 4 years I don't do well, change me. The youth of this country don't.
Mahama, you see, Mahama is a walking contradiction. Yes, it's true. Kennedy Japan said Ghana needs to change. He said change needs Ghana, not Ghana needs change. That is true. But the change that we are talking about, and yet the performance of Mahama that we know. We know you, Mahama, you are not a change. You are a repeating of a failed leader. You just want to come and repeat and the incompetency that you showed to every Ghanaian when we gave you the chance. When we talk about change, change is Dr. Mahama Dubaumia. When we talk about change is Dr. Mahama Dubaumia. Why? Let me explain to you why Dr. Alhaji Mahama Dubaumia is the change. He is the change because now every Ghanaian has Ghana ID card, authentic. He is the change because we are buying gold to support our currency in the Central Bank of Ghana. He is the change because we are going to enlance Ghanaians to invest, to become owners of our natural resources. That is why he's the change. That is why he is the change. He is the change because finally, yenye leader or say, team, he is going to use it to produce energy. That is what we call change. More than to buy fuel, gas, and other things to produce energy. So Muhammad Bawumia is true. He is the change. You are the past. Mahama, you are the past. We know you. You are not a new face. We know that during your time, the growth rate was negative. Agriculture grew negative under your time. Our education system break down under your time. Our financial institutions, our financial sector break down. People were not able to withdraw their monies from bank. We know you really better. We know you well, Mahama, because people's salary, teachers' salaries were not paid under your time. We know you very well, Mahama, because you sat down and you allowed about 50,000 Chinese to invade Ghana and became there. And they became the promoters of Galamsey. And then the Nama Ghana Yensu say it was under your time that all Chinese men came to Ghana and started mechanic Galamsey. We know you very well. It is only a fool, only stupid man that would think, say, this face, that face that you are seeing on my screen, is a face that is coming to do something that will change our fortunes. Mahama, you cannot change the country. You don't have what it takes to change a country. So Mahama said he's the one coming to change Ghana. Mr. Man, 441, you too, you have a social media. Go there, on your camera and talk sense, because you said that you're a wise man. You said that we are talking shit here. Go and on your camera and tell the senses that you have to your people. I'm talking about what I know, and I know that is right. Mahama ni yenim no. Yeni Mahama, the doomsome man. Yeni Mahama, nipa obedi Ghana maya konya. Na the patro oil ane wo ye man mu ye di dia ne ko wuram susu because of chrono. Yeni mo eba scandal. Utimi koto plane, ama di plane to so. President ya utimi ji bribe wa timi kwaji Ford ka ho. Why? President ya timi so say waje bribe pen. Na no so abaye ntokwa. Unhu de onka. Who don't know you, Mahama, and you think that you can be changed, and you think that the youth in this country are waiting for you. We all know that the global economic situation is completely destroyed everywhere that you go. Now, I will play another video of Mahama or America country Ghana for or country we say man saying and I say COVID. I'm African country say brepa. But and I'm say onim say NDC for more jiminti obeto mo Ghana no asesa na no Now mo body say, yeah, Mahama. Momento aso. Forget about that, Mahama. You are not the change. You are not the new face of Ghana's development. You can do nothing better for us. If you could do something better, you would have done it before. Even the fundamentals of developing a country, you were not able to put them down. You came in just to build your family. You came in just to steal for your family. You came in just to enrich yourself. In fact, Jenny John Rawlings told me that Mahama is the most corrupt ever leader, a president that Ghana has ever had.
Have 4 years to waste. The youth of this country are in a hurry to create the opportunities that will make them live a dignified life. They're not going to try somebody and after 4 years decide whether you should continue. The youth of this country want an experienced hand. They want a safe pair of hands. They want a hand that they have seen do it before to come back and take this country and rescue us from the mess in which we have been dumped by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government.
John Mahama is saying that Yehudi Oye experienced president. What kind of experience did we saw in what is the experience that this man said he brought that we saw? All is negative. Everything about Mahama's administration in 2012 to 2016 was chaos. It's chaos. It was chaotic. The same person who told Ghanaians in 2016 said 4 years is not enough for a president to develop or to do something good for his country is today standing here telling you, say, he is going to stabilize everything in 4 years. Not a Jimmy for Musuma JD. When you are in power, you say the truth. When you are in opposition, you lie and lie and lie and match that people will trust you. But the shortest form, the short memory association, Ghana for your freedom, we have developed our minds. We have become better than what you thought we were. Mahama is not the new face of Ghana. Mahama cannot be. Because we know about Wyoming, we know about Dr. Dufour, Dr. What is the name? I don't remember the name, but we know about Collins Dowda, we know about Sagreme, we know about Airbus scandal, we know a lot about you. We know about how you spend Ghana's money uselessly. You know how you went out to borrow monies and those monies were spent differently. Momento asomeba.
My brothers and sisters, it is not going to be easy. The more I look at the figures, the more I look at our situation, it is even worse than what this government is telling us. It's going to take a lot of hard work. And as has been said, one person alone cannot do it. We would need the cooperation of the whole country to be able to lift Ghana back on its feet again. I've been out of government for almost 8 years now. I did my best. I wouldn't say things were perfect, but at least we're making progress. What I can promise you is that I will be truthful to you. I will never tell you lies. I will never tell you things that I can't do. The problem with this country is that our policies are based on the short cycle of winning elections every 4 years. and we are not creating the foundation for this economy to take off. And so, we're not making you promises. I'm promising you that I'll work hard day and night to make sure that we reset the fortunes of this country. 4 years of a good leader will make more impact than 8 years of a dishonest leader.
Mahama, well, yeah. Well, Ghana for Muhyo. Look at the faces of these people before I talk about Mahama. What comes into your mind when you see these people almost on Kania? Abusia, me say uhum krofo we ya en Kania esisi omutisu ya de ben ene ba utim. You see, we are talking. Mahama kneeled himself on the cross. Ono ankasa de ne ho asensen cross no so. You were talking about being honest to the people, and at the same time, you are lying to the people. Marco Zan Krofu we so mumejina honso ankane ase dum so wo Ghana. I will be honest to you. And at the same moment, you are lying to the people. I'm not going to lie to you because I'm not a responsible man. So I cannot promise you. Because I know that I will fail you if I promise you, I'm not going to promise you. Because I know that I'm not a man of myself, of my word, I'm not going to promise you. Because I know I'm constantly inconsistent, I cannot put my hand on fire on my own words. That is simple as ABC. That is what John Dramani Mahama wanted to tell Ghanaians. Indirectly. Because me and Kasamadiki and Kachira say, mean to me for 4 years in year Juma Titro be mamo. Intermin to me promotion because that 4 years is short for me because I have to go to honeymoon. Because I have to fly Lodina, some journalists to Europe. Into me Nesika and find dear SNF Fatamamo. I'm going to be honest to you, but at the same time, I will create impression say there is doom so. I'm going to be honest with you, but man kwasi sam kwasi afo ma mienu we abegina wo say omon so ankane a na me ma omon 50 Ghana na yemfa nkire Ghana fo say dum so e wo Ghana jimi ma afo mienu enkwasi afo mienu ene kwasi papa we ogina omon nche. Were you in Ghana from 2012 to 2016? Did you see actually what we meant by doom so? Where Ghana for, I think in one way or the other, say maybe ya Mahama pa nanka moto abama me 2024 way election way ya nanka me be president ya. Hey, I swear to my God, say nka me wiaga ne sika nyina. I will make sure I will collapse every financial sector. I will rob everything because we are more. So utimi ko jina Ghana abatu nkrata mu pa do nsa kosi abaso se wo to aba ediama NDC amanyokuo, especially a leader called Mahama yenim no dada. Miya bibi how bibi how wadwene mu enna ho kama se dumsom ni Ghana na yasesa nkwasiafo de omo free temane hwan ya begu temale so mo meso ankane a emfa nkyere Ghana fo ni wiase amansan se dumso o Ghana na at the same time say nipa ni gina kan kyerɛ sɛ ono no oba obeye honest to we Ghanaians. Se wo se oman no ya tete apro ase no apansam no amana ye basa na ye ma omena na obeye agenkwa but at the same time no untumi nka de wo pese wo ba obetumi aye de amayen na me gina na me bo me nsam. Nelson Mandela ka asem bi Nelson Mandela ono ane ka na asem bi o say anybody who changes his thought basing on the people that he's talking with is someone that you cannot trust, and that person cannot be a leader. Mahama yetumi nya adaje so camera si na nim bisa ne se papa nti wo betumi aye agye nkwa amaye o se da bi menye mo agye nkwa ono ankasa na numuton, but still some fools in the society will pretend say Mahama brana beji yen me yapanyini someone akuno me mo akwaba sa nso na social media oman me mo akwaba Igbo Junction wonso me mo akwaba abusua enche me de link no beto momna na any discuss about Mahama's speech of yesterday.
It's not about how long you serve. It is about how well you serve. It's not about 8 years or 4 years. It is about hard work. It is about truth. It is about trust. And it is about doing the things that will create a future for our young people. And that is why the NDC is calling on you on 7th December to do your duty to your God and country so that we can turn this nation around. This government is living in an illusion. They are living in a dream world. They are living in a fantasy world. Because if you are not living in an illusion, when people are hungry, how can you tell them they are satisfied? Puma and the Nyale.
Abusian for Mahama Sigana for comedy wo. Omunya juma nye. MPP aban mamu illusion se Ghana bibia boko. Mpacha mo kai se Ghana for ekobisa Mahama se omupa adwuma ya oka kire omo se onye magician no na wapa adwuma ma amanfo no mo ka se Mahama ka kire Ghana for se ono no onye magician na wapa adwuma ma na watimi edi sika ato bottom mo ka se Mahama na pointi ba akoso ka kire Ghana for se kom de na wapa adwuma ya usora no pa fa sekan na kotwa ehaban ebegu ka akwan chen na wona woyɛ mmoa ato Moka asa Mahama na another minister e kan kire Ghana for say woni adwuma ya fa bokiti na ko wuram na kwasesa abo every day by a month you can make 2 trips of Samiakao na waton. That time there were no global crisis. That time there were no difficulties in the world economy. That time you needed only and exclusively prudent management of economy to be well. And a sister Diana Ekano. Okay, pa. And I'm short memory association in Jimmy Adokro some of Ghanaians. Yempetivet. Yempe free education. Yempe one district, one factory. Yempe agenda 111. Yempe Ghana card. Yempe credit score line. Yempe backing the CD with gold. Yempe gold for oil policy. Yempe solar panel, solar energy system in the country. Yempe the land title. Ebema asasisem any kronobo a ekoso Ghana ne yempe. Yempe sebio the pension for farmers scheme. Yempe the year party any nkwasiake kan. The year party any emotional speech like this. The year party any say ye can say emotionally a touchable but factually a senseless. Nyansa kasa yempe bi atie eno no eha ya adwen ye ne yepagimisem na tie na yaboyensem yepe brofo na tie ko so ne ndi sini kasa obeka nchiro se wote brofo ana jeje na je mensan ka yempe one district one dam the northern region yempe sebe tumi adon no bae all that season yempe yede yepe nkwasiasem na tie jimi sem nkwasiake kan things that not make sense emotional de ewura wakumbam ye de ewura wadwenem ye jimi rough ha. So this is the launching of the campaign. This is the message that is coming from the campaign. Philip Tabi Mwakwaba. We don't want sensible things. We don't want factual, fact and figure issues. Yeah, promotion. Can the better yakoma so? And yet the better ya dream. Because you know your Jimmy, your kasa by heart and you by brain. So I would have count yes you by heart, no. As they say, you odo wakoma ne kasa. She said, "What Jimmy?" What they had to us.
And then yelly, Takum Malma, Takanti Yelmana, and Teria. Then we can feel the pangs of hunger, and yet this government tells us we are satisfied, and that never in Akufo-Addo's government have people gone hungry.
John Mahama is really confused and he's confusing Ghanaians too, some Ghanaians. Nana do aban nyina ba bianca say ahokyere ni eni Ghana. In fact, Nana do aban kama obi atre ho asese ahokyere ewo Ghana. But there is difference between ahokyere and ekom. Ghana for muntie me yo. This man we met me debate no. Ye can come any ahokyere. There is difference. Ekom any bini 1983. Ekom any se wukita sika na aduane no kora wunya bi na waye dan na wato. Ahokyere ne se aduane ne bi wo ho na mmom no bi anane bo na eden na ebia ye nipa ne nyina ene betumi ato aduane dodo a onpese omonto ndi. Ene na efre na ahokyere. Ghana maimu since 19 kwajo June July the year papanom efre no ene sen kita wonsa bosome Mahama DNT a yefre June July kita wonsa. Come and answer this. His Excellency DNT a June July yefre ne kita wonsa bosome Ghana for momo amena me de asem na eyagimi nsem. Samana kuno, me panyim say wo de what I'm talking about you leave it. That time you were a young guy. Kita won sabosome no adentia June, July, especially, and I friend sir. Because that June, July no. So when ye Ghana Maimono say enam say ye seasonal farming working. Now mom ye mechanic farming system untino. Dry period no. Yentumi enyan no bayeno. So we have to wait till June, July, early June, early May, and so no sha to ton ketenketono. Na ye dua niema no. Henti ebedru June, July no. Na the ye dua the other year no asa. So we have to wait to harvest again. So every June, July in the history of Ghana, it has been difficult for people to find food to eat. Nana do aban we nkwa na ne breso June, July yente kom na yete sa ade na ne boa yeden adentia, because planting for food is working. The warehouse system is working. One district, one village, one dam in the northern region is working. So the availability of the food are there. It is the amount that has increased. Adiana before Nanado Danko Kufuado Abresono. Na unya bimpo na wato. Mahama aden. Na unya bi na wato. Yo sapon ye boss yo hwe free Israel. Samuel Lakuno say, was Mahama distributing food to every family in Ghana during his era? I have a question that and this is for now, my bamos monte hiase. Na mon pesa mo de madwene no be ebe reason no. Bra na Mahama te akonya so no. Na o chiche nnuane mamo every day or every month some magini ana. You have to answer yourself. Rather, during Mahama time, services in Sikan Kitinkiti Biana Ghana for Mabinom through the Ghana, the training college, the nursing training college, and other things. Now, Omunya, the support to Omuhoni or Mobusiano, you rather took it away from them. When were you giving food to Ghanaians? Mama Reta. Okay, bibi sa Mahama no che Ghana for aduane. Kofi Adu say, has Mahama ever shared food to people in his time? Mahama, is it true that June, July is considered as the one of the 2 months? Risk say, Onipa. I want you to me a ball more aduane. I traditional. I since ever. Now you come out to tell people, say you're going to be honest. That you'll be an honest leader. Whilst you are telling people that you're going to be honest, you are at the same time lying to the people. What kind of contradiction and inconsistency is this? Papa, oh dear.
The statistics clearly show that 8 million of our citizens last year in 2023 went 24 hours without food because they couldn't afford to buy food. Meanwhile, the statistics tell us that almost 2 million of our young people are sitting at home. They are not in school, they are not in education, they are not in training, and they are not in employment. They are just sitting at home idle. And most of them are still living in their parents' houses because they don't have an income to be able to start a life of their own.
Well, Mahama, if a survey has come out and proved, say, data we are obubosu e no kra. What does it tell you Ghanaians? Actually, I will say, Senke Mahama na tia konya so na, enka that 2 million youth no, nke benya beyes about 4 million, 5 million. Bisamisa dentia. Bisamisa dentia. Because during Mahama time, we were not having that TVET, free access to learn a professional job. Now you need to. During your time, nkura no beko school a just ye tue sika ansa na ye tumi akọ school. During your time, Mahama, when Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo came in power, he met 2014, 2015, and 2016 nursing trainers at home. Now, yeah, deploy almost Munkoya Juma. Apart from that, proud to that, there were teachers between 215 and 216 now mutifia no munya jumaye. Proud to that. Other many young guys were not able to go to school because their parents were not having money to pay admission fee. So Mahama, don't go in this lane. You can fool only the fools. Because the fact is, say, difficulties you won't mind no, doesn't mean, say, we should vote for you. Because we know additional effort to abound with yaye. A higher, superior than what you did. And even if there are difficulties, if it was your time, and this time would have been worse. Also, no correct na isisi so. Because he knew say people will criticize him of what he's saying. Ajuma Ben and John Dramani Mahama or the bar Ghana, Emma Ghana for so munya, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Aguno. Kama yentie, Bobby Dean. Employment Ben na Mahama kreti ya, Nana Addo ba ya waguno. Aha. Agnes Techi or say 4 years is enough. Is 4 years enough to get government policies through? Come on, answer. 2016 we say 4 years is short. 2024 we say it is better than 8 years. Jimmy. Jimmy Nkwa. And this in the page so asia atemudie Nkwa. He will never say something sensible because Jimmy no adokro. Diana Pia Michel, Narido Nyako Michel, Crementa Japan Michel, Solomon Jackson, Kinsley Oti Kwabena Bright, Sir Albert, Ajiman Ike, Richard Ade, Nana Kofi Adusei, and more. Michache Munina. Ajuma Ben na Mahama kreti ni wagana maimu abangwe baye waguno. Ajumayefo Ben na Mahama di omo ewura Ghana aban enyuma mu a abanwe baye wasake won. Policies Ben na Mahama de baye na ebuama mmofra enkwada enya adwumaye ewo private sector abanwe baye waguno. Mahama na okasa na wankasa gina oka kire Ghana for say enipa na omu free school mu ba bonten no, they don't have the qualification to satisfy the demand from the factories. Enti adwuma ni Ghana. Ena na Addo say sa na tie dia I'm creating a TVET ebe empower the people to have a professional job to do. Mahama is a liar, inconsistently inconsistent, and every thief, every liar is a thief. In fact, Okwaji Ford bribe. Timeji Bokronoa to the point they say Ford, common Ford wheel. Ford, Utimeji bribe as a Ford, as a sitting president. Krononkwa. Mahama lies is more dangerous than HIV and COVID-19 put together. I'm concord with you.
The statistics tell us that unemployment has risen from just above 8% in 2016 to 14.7%. And yet, they say things have never been this better. And they have the audacity to compare themselves to our first president, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. How can you compare this useless government that has led Ghana into such crisis to the government of Kwame Nkrumah?
Abuja, this is what really pissed me off. This is what really pissed me off. Wow, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, as a former president, sat on podium and called another government useless. Me can't this if one tears here. Papa we are violent. I now understood why all the people that talk, communicators that talk for the NDC are so harsh. Because the leader himself is a harsh, he's a garbage when it comes to expressing yourself. He don't respect people. This man is an arrogant. He don't give dignity to people. Now, me say, Mahama's idea of governance, jungle style, 1940s style, 1960s style, Adentia. Mahama jina hoyi, onimu se, otise Kwame Nkrumah. This man don't know even his value as a person. Papa we ojina hoyi, onim ne value. Papa we ojina hoyi, onim say he has the same honorable position as that one of Kwame Nkrumah. Now, me say, today as we are, after 60 years of governance, by different parties and by different leaders, Mahama want to tell us, he said, there has not been any president better or more efficient than Kwame Nkrumah. Na say ye yare. Na say ye na yete o man num no. Ye yare. Na say wona obedi anim no. Mo yare. Mo nye papa. Now they say all the leaders that we had after Nkrumah no, mo nyina additional to even Akufo-Addo, mo nyina mo yare. Bibi ha madwene. Na say mo ni mo nyansa, especially you Mahama, because Nana Danko Akufo-Addo government has been bold to say he has performed better than Kwame Nkrumah. And me, I believe and I know, say, Nanado has worked very hard. And for that matter, I can say, in terms of governance and development plans, Nanado has worked more than every government that we have ever had in the history of Ghana. And Kwame Nkrumah is part of them. And I like the energy that the MPP leaders are able to say it so. What I did not like about Napo is how he put the sentence, Monfamo Kwame Nkrumah. That is what I did not like. But the fact is that Nana-Addo has performed better than Kwame Nkrumah. It is obvious. Enti mi di Mahama ho yaw. Mi di ne ho yaw pa. Say etitesem no, enkurasesem no, ntotorasem no, afanu sem no. Ye di eti na esesa nso ya nananom de omuti na esesa nso enti ye ma ye ma ento aso esesa nso omfo omunti nso ansuo no eno ana da so Mahama tim adwene na ya kicked. Say you cannot compare your competence as a president of a country in the 20th century to somebody who came and lead a country where we were about 5 million population. Hey, Mahama, when you don't even know that you are equal to John Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah have another type of legacy, different from the governance of the country, which is the fact of liberation, independence, coalition of other African nations to create the African, what they call the AU or the UA. But in terms of governance and development agenda in the country where he was chosen as the leader, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has done a lot. Enti Mahama, what Napo said is factually true in terms of governance and development agenda and a way to move the country forward. But the way that he put the sentence is what I don't like. Monfamo Kwame Nkrumah, because Kwame Nkrumah is a legend and he's somebody for all of us. That is only what I don't agree. But for the rest, the Okomfuano to Nsawam Road, it is bigger than Tema Highway. Sa ayi offend dam na akosombo dam no eye Gudgisberg no na CEO sikana ekita Kwame Nkrumah no senkomani da former nka otimi develop Ghana to become like Egypt, Morocco and Tunisia. And so now they other stars. So Mahama, value yourself as a president and be ashamed of yourself who said after 60 years of Kwame Nkrumah, you had the opportunity to come and serve. You see, 1957, you came to be a leader at 20th century and the New World. And you cannot compare your competence to somebody who ruled under Bajimimbere. It is a shame. You should not be proud of this. You should not be proud of this. This is a shame. So this confirms me that you're incompetent, Ampa. This confirms me that you find yourself to be a president by chance, by lucky, by unfortunes of someone else, which is President Atafi females. This is a shame. Don't repeat this sentence on every podium again. It is a shame. If someone is a little bit intelligent, will understand that you're talking about bullshit and it should not be considered. You go consider it. You are underestimating yourself as a former president. What a shame. Hey, Mahama. Enti, Kwame Nkrumah bedi akonya 60 years yechi, ena wunya akonya bedi akonya. Na ye free abajimi bremu aba nimdia bremu no wantumi anye bi papa bia ansene Kwame Nkrumah and you want others to be full like, oh, Monfancham. KKK, Memoakwaba. And you want others to see themselves as you. No. Hey, some people have the man, and we talk sense. We talk sense. MPP for no mugu parliament or any politicians no more MPP amanyo kono mwashiano. Omo mebo degree in kwa ewa manonio. Some were grown up in Europe, in America, in other Western world. And these former parliamentarians na bebre na no. Last hour and on about degree so they have not seen development countries before. They have not seen development going on before. They have not seen initiatives and policies put down to make sure say changes will come in people's lives and surrounding. Momento aso, Mami Rita, Michelle.
The statistics again tell us that things are not well with this country. All the statistics. For a government that said it was going to come with an economic wizard, an economic guru, and that is the reason why he was being brought to stabilize the economy, stabilize the currency. To take the cedi from 4 cedis to 16 cedis and tell us that, clap for us, we've done well. If such a government is not living in an illusion, what else is an illusion?
John Mahama is a confused man because you took 1 cedi to $1 and you push it by your own word from 1 cedi to 3 cedi to 4 cedi, which is 300%. There were no COVID. There were no shocks, extraordinary shocks to Ghana's economy. You did that 300% increment in a period of 8 years. Nanadu came in from €4, from 4 cedi to $1. Amanakwa kudru ene 16 cedi per $1. It is also the same 300% increment. But in this, we are talking about the period of COVID. Euro, the almighty currency. We are seeing the strongest economic countries use Italy, Belgium, Holland, Germany, France, and other things. Dollar boom. Who are you as a Ghana city to pretend to say the euro will not, the cedi will not frustrate you? This man will come to Ghana and think say Ghana for more Jimmy to tell us this. But Okodura Bruchira will say the world economy and especially that one of Africa has grabbed because of COVID-19. Until to announce you and this. Now doing some Mahama Efa wow JJ. Mahama is fooling you. Because in some way, Jimmy, Mubom some would have no understanding. Mahama is making jokes on you guys because you say, "My no actually, we have more. You can't question someone amudi actually." Sorry, Mahama is fooling you guys because on him say, "Modie, you can't Jimmy Sembia Mobeto." He talked by heart because him said, and none of them common place ya mubetimi meeting mo. Enti obia wetimi afa dollar from 1 to 1 e dey akọ 4. Abra na wi ase ba bia ye cool. You are out there today trying to complain about someone. Oh no. even though through the COVID, based on percentage wide, still manage. Last year, 2002, we went higher and he dropped it down, which means this year too, it is going to happen. They will drop it down. Mahama, during your time, yantu cement man soda, yantu petrol man soda, dollar and cost and say I'm a formula because of say you create loot, you create problems, and you have no solutions. That time, the global economy was perfect. Every country in the world was performing, except yours, because of your incompetency.
For a government that has taken inflation as far as 54%, and it is currently still above 20%.
Yes, this is a great achievement, Mahama. What was all cry on one? What was a Mahama cry can I say a government that has taken inflation from 54 or 52% down to I think 20 or something percent. How were them able to do it? Because the inflation I basi wa Ghana no na it happen wa brochire ha. Ghana is imported goods dependence. And inflation na hiti abrofo no wa ha no. It came to Ghana double because at the end of the ton higher inflation I hiti na wa halada no. Udi duru Ghana it's the inflation over inflation. Na munim bibi ma men ka asem nkyerem. Che enye time we nkameka. But what them mente ho nkyerem. Eniema ne bebraye to ne wo Ghana no. Bogus na omoto eniema ne free abrochire e de ba Ghana no. Bebre no num nyansa. Enti no they buy inflation from abrochire and they bring it to Ghana and add another inflation. Ma me check the mu biem. Bebre no koto eniema no free stores, which is end price. Last consumer. Bogus no bebre eye business, but they don't know business. Omono toton no ena bebre ne ye. So you know what they do? They go to the supermarket, they go to the store so sa price no obenya no store so no eye finished priced to last consumer. There will B2B and B2C. B2B is a business to business. A deal, and it's different. The prices are lower. B2C, from business to consumer, the price is high, plus VAT. And most of the burgers now, motor near my different brochire ebagana no. Omo B2C business. Ti omo koto free stores in supermarket ya. Price ni full adenti VAT ka ho krono omoto niam na free so dia bagana no sa krono VAT e ka ho tiemiye krono VAT e ka ho taxes ahodo aban de gu niam so e ka ho additional price a producer e de ka niam no ho so betima twia na dwuma ye foka e ka ho plus the cost of the raw material that was used to transform to a finished product. Na ya so ani nyina ate sem kwasiafo na di fira brochire na de abegu Ghana man. Na ya ba beton e de ye income asan ato so. Because Ghana fo bebre na omo de nyema ba Ghana no. Omo nnimu se omo betumi abie company wa brochire ha. Now, money abrofo na ye B2B business direct. Me ba wo ho me beto no VAT, no taxes, only the cost of the product. Na ma swa de ko Ghana. Into Ghana, inflation is something that had the effect from the Europe countries, Turkey and other places. But Enamson and Nadon and by Nima Jumantino, they were able to redraw it from 50, which was the massive period, to 20, still working on to reduce it more. Mahama Obreso, Niema Kona Nima, a while naika. Yes, and I Richard Appiah Kano. I see in UK, there has been kings and queens, but now they say that Queen Elizabeth and the second is the best. Queen Elizabeth II is the best queen ever in UK history. So nobody can tell me Kwame Nkrumah better than Akufo-Addo now way. Now cannot. The fact is that Kwame Nkrumah was the first, but it doesn't make him the best, the better forever. No. People can come and they can perform better. Let's put that one aside. The inflation issue, no. Mahama, Obreso, Ekwa na ekononim. Dollar to CD rate, Ekwa na ekononim. It never come down. Price of cement, Ekwa na ekononim. Petrol price, Ekwa, Kwa na eko. What are you talking about? Momento ado.
To tell us that we should clap for them because they've done well. If they are not living in an illusion, then I don't know what an illusion is. But that is the beauty of democracy. It gives us the opportunity every 4 years to make a change. And the time has come for us to make that change. The time has come for us to reset Ghana. And I believe that 4 years is enough to do the reset of Ghana. We will reset this country so that future generations can come and build on that foundation. Our intention is to ameliorate the damage that has been done. We all saw what happened in the banking sector clean-out. The indigenous capital of Ghanaians in our banking sector was wiped away with one very reckless decision. And so today, most of our people who are working in the banking sector for these banks are today unemployed. And I'm sure there are some of them here. Today, some of them are Uber drivers, some are bakers, some are even driving Aboboya and Mahama Kambu. The time has come for us to make a change. And I've said when we come, we will restore. For those who unjustifiably had their banking licenses withdrawn, we shall restore their licenses to them.
Another bombshell. Mahama is even denigrated. Oh, Papa Way. This man is an arrogant. Papa Way. I don't know if you understand the senses that he wanted to put out. Wadi on our year pan or atem. Drivers wadi or atem. Mahama di Aboboya for atem. Wadi pan for atem. Wadi drivers atem. Wadi trotro for atem. Wadi Uber for atem. Because binuma no omoye accountant, omoye adwuma wo bankim, omoye sa adwuma na emfata wo. Because sa adwuma na obobo odin ni adwuma bi a so nem faso. Hey. They don't deserve to do that job. Until wow, yes, adwuma na Mahama bobo odin no. To him, no, you are a lower class. You have no sense in the country. Papa we pan and why not train his speech, man? Abra na na do dam ko kufu na Dr. Muhammad Bawumia. Esisa kaya ye fuompo empower on ma value or respect omo as a people or support omo no. Na kwasi ampanyi we John Mahama ejina podium so. Didi wana woto pan no Uber drivers any a trotro Aboboya and Mahama can go drivers. Oh, did you atem? Because bank work. Bebere sukura bona susu and no mukwa about ne kwajeje. Bebre na oka omo asem no. Many of them were going around to collect susu from the market, from the houses of people. Now na mawiem. Sam kwasi adwuma na etu omo ka be say 600 Ghana cedis no. Mahama want to tell us say it is better than people no more professional job to say bakery. Nipa binuma omo professional job to say taxi, Uber, and na asefo. How dare you? Who makes you think like that? Who told you that nipa omo say nyuma na wo ka no omo useless in the society? Abusu am the link na to otimi join e na discussing Mahama together. Yento ado. Yeah, on a more serious note, proud to that. The banking sector issue Mahama de aba monokura na ndwame. Because me be ma utie me. Papa we ya o kasa yi. Enimu say banks na o ka ho asem yengu omu ye ka omu nyina bom. Because nipa dodo no na omo ne akande se obatumi aye bank. Nti enameno sunti anasa bio wodi usika koto bank o Ghana ukwa akoyi a yesi enye sika ma ono enam se na omone akade o so omfanye bank adwuma. Papa ye okasa ya esai ma bank fo no sika empremiensa senka problems na wo banking sector ho no enka omuntumi yeden ensolve na nka amanfo sika nanka banking sector no enye kama na omunye adwuma. Papa yi ma omu sika mprensa. Sa nkrofo en dis kan ma omu no bebre di sika no bebre di kototo nsase, bebre di kototo ajapade wa amanone, bebre di koye different investment ya na emfa banking ho. Every day na banking sector no problems. Mo kai ma me na okoso koyi ni sika wo banka na police fo ebo no. Mokai ma me no okoyi ono ankasa ni sika free bank na police fo ebo no. That was the situation that Mahama supervised the banking sector up to. Enti de John Dramani Mahama eka no eyentro nkontompo na ada ene abosremuka because sajuma na akenofori ataye ye no. Ono no Mahama no edi kan ma bankers no sika 3 times senko mu enkura bibia omugye na omodi mokai esel ato Capital Bank mokai no. These are the people that we are talking about. Ya mausika say wo problem of bank gina fa solve no na wadi or the atonsase ebrum the top properties obi de kura de koye ganam say o Zimbabwe awurade jawe ebinum de koye ganam say e wo Zimbabwe abra say first can solve problem wo bank ho ye de chekwa na ene waba begina ho so ba obema mo lances say yo ena omokoto aba kwase ampanyi ni kwakubu an ko gina ganam say site say omonto aba ma Mahama na Mahama bo mo mai ganam say eno achi no omosan begina ho kase akufo ado ena ma ganam say ekoso Ghana man. These people are inconsistent. They are liars, they are thieves, and they are dishonest people. Abusia me the link now to mutimi bowrem.
So that we can create more employment for our people. The debt restructuring has given people haircuts, and that's what Nana was talking about. Today, the savings of our middle class has been eroded because of the debt restructuring. Our pensioners, and I'm sure there are some of the pensioners here, your provident fund that you used to buy bonds and other things, in order that when you go on pension, you'll be able to buy your medication and be able to look after yourself. Today, this government has endangered your future. Many might not live long because they cannot afford to buy medicines. And this government does not deserve 1 day longer. But our constitution says they still have 5 months to go. But come December, we must take the decision that will change the trajectory of our country. The world is waiting for a signal. Ghana is waiting for a signal. Investors are all holding on because they want to see what will happen in Ghana. We must take a decision on 7th December that shows the world that we are serious people and that we know that our country needs a turnaround. And so 7th December, let us all make sure we come out in our numbers and we vote so that we move this government out. Let us not lose hope. Let us have hope, because I can assure you that the next NDC government is a government that will restore hope and create opportunities for our young people. NDC has the men and the women. And it's not like what the MPP said, we have the men. And we didn't know they were area boys. NDC has capable men and women who are capable of turning our fortunes around. And our first priority is going to be job creation, so that we can create jobs for the teeming youth of this country. And that is why I'm proposing the 24-hour economic policy. The policy is going to be linked with aggressive food production and modernization of our agriculture. And that's why I'm saying in every district we're going to create farmer service centers. We will bring the tractors, the planters, the plows, the seeds, the fertilizer. And if you're a farmer, you must register with the center. And at the beginning of the farming season, we'll give you all the inputs that you need so that you can produce your crops. And when you have sold your crops, you come back and pay for the inputs that you have been given. The 24-hour economy is going to be linked to an accelerated export development program.
Governments all over the world.
We're going to create agro-processing zones. And we're going to create a new class of agribusiness people. And so all you young people will be encouraged to go into agro-processing. You can buy the food of the farmers, you can process it, package it nicely, either for domestic consumption or for export. And there's going to be an accelerated export development program of which I, the president, will be the chairman.
I was young for assembly be having PC between 24-hour economy. Mokai Sada. Mokai, confirm. This man is planning on how he can steal Ghana's money. They'll say, apart from being the president, he wants to be the chairman of the acceleration exportation of Ghana made in Ghana product in exportation of made in Ghana product. How can this be, Papa? How come? Now, Mahama say, Nanado Danko Kufuado, and I say Ghana economy. Pearson whisper. You was so ye na tie. Sister Diana, me bo video we pe mefrɛ. Wa openso no utime krekele nke na me de ato ho no na wawuram. Na me no nyina ya discuss John Mahama. Munti asema Mahama kan me be bo video na akire mo. When he met a nipa onim so omoani afiri, omoni munyansa ontumi nintro enchire won. Listen to what he said. Then we come back and we keep on talking. Muntie.
For African governments to take action to shield their population. Like governments all over the world, it became necessary for African governments to take action to shield their populations from the effects of the epidemic. This meant in many cases an increase in deficits due to unbudgeted expenditures. This has
Abusiaote Moti Asema papa we kai Moti o say amanya hodo Hey, papa we pa we Ghana ni pa na utimi kojina so okoto aba papa we ya. You will need to suffer under his government, his governance. Hano wa brochiro. Hano wa brochire or America. The Americans will tell you say they are also suffering from COVID. But because he came to Ghana and knew say kwasi ampanyi ni biti say whispering person whispers where jiminti or kan kwasi asem obeji adi nti o say Akufo-Addo na say Ghana man but okwa abrochire no listen to what he say we asia mansan nyina akwa ahohiahia enipa bebre apam omo afiri adwuma mu supply change asay ama aban ahodo aspendi sika na omo nanwene ho mpo so say omo be yeden omo be spende abrofo anim na okasa asem no osikani kwadwo kwache mu akwa aba abrofo anim oka nokore but obejina whispering person Jimmy Ghana ni o say whispering person just what Jimmy ebojina wanim a no aka just Akufo-Addo has devastated Ghana's economy now obo wonsem kurasini muntie Mahama biem me bo video we bo wi a utumi frɛ esim sanso na utumi eba through the link na waka wasem but mo ba mo nye ne shows because Mahama video no wa pese me mo ni nyina na yensmanto the inconsistent liars of John Dramani Mahama momentie
Devastated many African economies and sank them deeper into unsustainable debt and economic downturn expenditures. Like governments all over the world, it became necessary for African governments to take action to shield their populations from the effects of the epidemic. This meant in many cases an increase in deficits due to unbudgeted expenditures.
What year? Increase of
This meant in many cases an increase in deficits due to unbudgeted expenditures.
This make it increase deficit. You can't what you say. We papa we na account. Papa we ya ono na ekasa. And this phone kwasi afu Jimmy fu mu metie Mahama. Finally he's talking sense. Because baby I know ojina okasa no obu won. Babia na papa we gina okasa no nipa na no mu gina nanim omu tie no na obu won. The media space ya na onim sa asem na all kano ebeko no na obu won entine or kano kure actually what is happening in the world eho ena obegbo amane say enam ahokyere a COVID de ba yentino amanya hodo especially the African countries omoka omode amamfo no ebeye havia ebeye dodo enam se na obia nim se asema ente se ebesi won se odwene se Ghana fo ye nkwasiafo won se papa we dwene se Ghana fo ye jimijimi won se papa we dwene se wo ye Ghana ni a wo ye aboa woni mu nyansa adwene ni utim won se papa we dwene se after 8 years or say money pa foforo mena pawam onwene wo nkoso ho enti odi ntro e kirewo ye kan mo se mayenka kwakubu aten eni osikani me amakwa aba momento aso.
This has devastated many African economies and sank them deeper into unsustainable debt and economic downturn.
What the Brofuna Mahama kan no and this if we mo ajimi fue mo en kwasiafo aku mo samate. The COVID pandemic has devastated. You can't devastate it. It has devastated an African economy, non-economist. It has devastated. Just say, Abubu Africa, amanya hodo omusika sem abubu no asɛn no, including his own. This man is a thief, a liar, and a dishonest man. Oyemi papa enkamepe because we Ghana president pay. But yekese ye putu human being, honesty, leadership mentality. Yen can say thinking for the others, putting the others at a higher level. Ghana for papa we libi maye onyele ho. Muntie de oka obuso kwe tie.
The pandemic has had a generally deleterious effect on the economy of African nations, but some countries have ridden the wave more successfully than others based on the resilience of their economies, discipline, and prudent use of their resource envelopes in the period of this crisis. In my country, Ghana, our economy has emerged in extremely poor shape from the COVID experience. A ballooning deficit, double-digit inflation, a nose-diving currency, increasing debt distress are some of the symptoms of a very ill economy.
Abusianfo, did you hear what Mahama said? Ote Mbacho brofuno kan o say ono ankasa ni kuro mu man a ye frɛ ne Ghana. COVID no asay ne man no sika ntoto e completely. I say you can't the posture, language, body language. One say was yes in it. Well, on the podium fan say many times. Or co program say why lay. Wa untro. Ntra papa we di chira mu Ghana. Okoduru amanone Nigeria any America no Kenya answer. Now or capture the rare picture and the reasons of those problems. Now I can't come. Obeduru nchenya oso de wagimi we ya aboa unimu nyansa kwase ampanyini ne wo ye wo dambotom unimu nyansa ntino oka jimi semo kire wa obagina di ena oka no enam covid nti wa nkese enam akofo adu nti o said the old man campaign launch na oka se enam akofo adu ana ase Ghana economy no ase covid na ase Ghana economy. What would I name? He's not a happy man. He is not a happy man because of say finally say he must to be honest with himself. Oh no, what to honesty positioner ne home fano because he used to lie. Lying. That is what he does. What would I name? When he just look at him. We didn't throw na che. Enti wo de na to so say on ka no kra na wasesa nanim. E ba na say Mahama be ka no kra. Now I nanim to say the wawu no. Akwasi Jimmy tie de onipa na kan. Yes, Michael K. Edu say was it 2012. Mahama was building 200 e-blocks. By the end of 4 years, only completed 23. Don't believe him, Ghanaians. That is what we are seeing. Abusia link na da ho upa obetumi ajoin with video. Utumi join with video. Na ye discourse so. Enche mesha se afa call but niam ni bebre wo han kan pese nka ye ntie.
Ghana's case was easy to predict with the cavalier handling of the economy by the current administration.
that we increase the exports of Ghana.
Enti no papa we call America na kan de obeka obeduru Ghana maimu a na wa hya ase na ototo ayampia momento aso momenti assembly
I've said it and I'll say it again. For those people who have been involved in scandals and various acts of misappropriation in this government, this MPP government, we shall investigate you and we will let the law take its course.
Say ya no mo ye na ndakofo administration and MPP for abokro no and MPP for awia omo ba aban mu, they were not able to prosecute and arrest akukọ mpo ye ntumi anche no akukọ and this for ntumi anche no. The same narrative, no sense, only foolishness.
If you read the Afrobarometer survey, you'll find that trust in democracy is at its lowest. So Central Region, when you go back, start preparing. We're coming to launch the money. We know that it is the mothers and the sisters and the women who, when they get a little money, they take it home and look after our children. And so if we empower the women, we're empowering ourselves. Sometimes our mothers and our sisters need just 1,000 Ghana cedis to be able to use as capital for their business, and they are not able to get it. And that is why, as Nana said, we're going to set up a National Women's Bank. It is going to have its branches in the markets, in all the places that women do business. Your bank, your women's bank is going to be there. And it will be responsible for giving you small credit so that you can grow your businesses and be able to look after your families. We know that it is the mothers and
Enti Mahama so no de oba obechesika. Obi osio no bo obechesika. 1,000 Ghana, 1,005, 2,000. Any obi ose me be implement ama watumi anya your personal credit score. Na watumi akobosi akoji sika dodo a wo pe. Na wo business na wo ye o. Se de na wo ye o. Watumi ma na gina na nan so. Which one makes sense? Na meba video bi on pese me mo mintie no. Cruise crofo nko a many time about 2 hours.
School environment for hundreds of thousands of children. We're going to continue the removal of schools and the trees.
Oh, so what boniti ase? Who could remove schools and the trees? When you came in, schools and the trees were there. What did you do about it? Nanado has done the unprecedented construction of school blocks, schools administration, school dormitories, everything. When you came, what did you do? Enemy Yanekano, my Keredu said, also be 200 e-blocks. At the end, you paid only 23. Abang we are completely more than what you decided to do and what you did effectively. Mahama is not a serious politician. I wonder Ghanaians who always go by him. The person more video by
improve our basic education. For tertiary students, we're going to take a part of your university land.
When Mahama was in power, tertiary students were paying monies for utensils. You can't say utensils out there. And then you also about see dormitory and as for Amao. Mahama Breso, now we a tertiary institution, university, training college, no one, in so electricity, internet, and then Yamabuduma, who you see school, they were paying it by the students. Students are not mutia. You were not able to pay those services for them. And then also you're going to build what? Dormitories for them.
Everybody is going to be a party agent on that day.
Yeah, Hana party.
That we will protect every single vote. We have had our issues with the Electoral Commission, but we are prepared to give them the benefit of the doubt. And at the same time, we also must use the instruments that the electoral process affords us to be able to make sure that we police the poll. And that is why we're calling those of you who want to volunteer Everybody is going to be a party agent on that day. Even if you are not selected as one of the two party agents, you are going to be there to make sure that the right thing is done. The Electoral Commission regulations say that at the end of counting, when the pink sheet has been filled, the pink sheet must be pasted on the wall of the polling station. Listen to me carefully. You must all insist that the returning officer must paste one copy of the pink sheet on the wall of the polling station. When he has done that, please take your mobile phone and take a picture of the pink sheet, so that tomorrow when somebody changes the pink sheet, we will know that it is a fake pink sheet. Amabia, people, TMP, everybody is going to be a party agent on that day. None of us is going to sleep for 48 hours. Students leaving the university and going for accommodation have either been knocked down by vehicles, attacked by armed robbers, or have found themselves in danger. There are many, many things that we intend to do, but let me just address, finally, our party. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an election like no other. And if you say you are NDC, then you better get prepared. Everybody is going to volunteer. We're not going to sleep for 48 hours until all the ballots have been counted. None of us is going to sleep for 48 hours until all the ballots have been counted. And I wish to assure all the people of Ghana who intend to vote for the NDC, I can promise you that we will protect every single vote. We have had our issues with the Electoral Commission, but we are prepared to give them the benefit of the doubt. And at the same time, we also must use the instruments that the electoral process affords us to be able to make sure that we police the poll. And that is why we are calling those of you who want to volunteer. Everybody is going to be a party agent on that day. Even if you are not selected as one of the two party agents, you are going to be there to make sure that the right thing is done. The Electoral Commission regulations say that at the end of counting, when the pink sheet has been filled, the pink sheet must be pasted on the wall of the polling station. Listen to me carefully. You must all insist that the return
unbridled
Abujanfo Mahama, the last party I me pese nka samfa ho nie. Na yensha semfa course. Sa so na wa mo Facebook, wa person join ma click link no e dey ato to me join na wadi nkomo. YouTube nso sa ma click link no dey ato to me click na won so wa join na wa ba show do so na ye no nyina ato aso. Mahama asem o kan say NDC supporters from 7th December up to 9th, up to 29th December, up to 9th September, ma obi am free police station ho. Oto abawi a ka police station ho. Enkopem se ye be kenkan aba ni nyina awie. Na ye say senso toye and I want it because also wada ade chi ya former for no uhu moka 2020 the same idea and omukuku into the minds of NDC supporters and enam so ema NDC fo birum kodi nkwasiasem ama yekumkum omote se nkokọ mo ka se 2020 asidu nkatia enimpefe se omone even the results omone the actual figure omu party ni nyaaye And so now catch them for so that is what they have started. Now, if you wait, Kaimu said, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo is the chief command of the Ghana Armed Forces. And this also the Mahama chi. Now I can't just say Kojina polling station, Koye polling agent, Emma a party, Sabio, collation machine po amunibi. Nti Kojina ho. Na Koye vigilante, Emma Omwa. What do you call? Kwana Kodin kwasi asem. Allahi, wallahi, tallahi. Kohona kodin kwasi asem. Mahama asumau. Entino from 7th December. Enkopen 9th December. Won nano ubi adabi. Koye dede. Koye crowd. Where Papa win koye manfufuru bisu anka ya chino. Because the coalition center, every party has his or her agent there. You don't need to call people to gather themselves there to create chaos. Chaos na papa ye create you. This man wants to do whatever he can. Say that bayan tokwa ebesi e Ghana. Because nkwasi afọ na ọsọ omunko ejina ho no munko ejina ho a they are going to make noise. Dede e no monko ye. Nkwasi asem no monko ye. Na do say mahu pa me do obaso sesia. Sa nkwasi afọ ya Mahama se omunko na omunko ye dede no. They are going there to make stupidity. They are going to be killed. Jimmy obi awo coalition agent supervisor why he is not enough. You want party supporters to remain there. Said Omoye no Tachimai, Omunkodin kwasi asem. Medemanuasi, Mahama is a violent, visionless, incompetent, thief, a liar, and dishonest as a leader. Medamu nyina se, yebesha ase ne afa ko yemia na do say abala no so. Enti mama no yemfa no nko so na yenni nkomo. Adu say
Ma'am.
Yemo akwaba.
Jaisi ache.
Yezo ache papa.
Rojide se bibia boko.
Bibia cause babia boko te sa wo.
Ayo be say I had a number awia se be na what hit.
Yeah, oh because nano pa me sorry yeah. And I me share that download Mahama na you know ne video no nyina and I me twa na bi ono kasa ye no nko a bra bi ti we no matwa.
Mr. Ma'am we dey mefa kwanya so na machia otiefo a ene wahwefo mo page so nyina.
Atiefo e
Madam Bibia se e wa akwanya na kaka meka ne say ene Ghana your politics na ye no is based on issues. Sebi ofro platform na o kanokra ene de obetimi aya nipa hu because you say why you be done you feel why you be at for so say then you go move.
Yeah.
Na Sebi so ka say o experience nti no sila no yemfa ombra experience de Sebi obi atimi akaka a o be be 25 years experience but obi ane e bia watena bus ho a wo hu bus ne ka a oye no obi e friend driver ye de ode wakoduru.
Yeah,
what me to car as yes. Yeah. It is already a aban mienu mu a da bia ye comparison a ye mistake. And say ye comparison wo aban mu mienu mu a me ne tietia ye hwe ye former president Mahama as a government or ba ya obedi 8 years. Nyema oyeye ye hwe as a government of MPP aye Nana Akufo-Addo ya hwe adwuma oba ya obeyeye ye wi a ye ba form ye na si wo say no ye vice president no from Atamis pension no ye vice president no the nyuma oyeye ye ono Mahama eyeye na ye de ba omi so be si wo no so ye vice president nyema a waye ansa na ye wi a ye be form mi no be si wo say flag bearers ye be compare omo
yes
ene de obi odi waye ene de oba be ya to aso Let me say, ni encounter with the media no. Woman bako. Emi here bisa na say ye ni mo dada. Wa baby. Na die foforo bio e na wo a wo de ba. Wantimi anyia no. Oskipo question no. Intimesre. Yes, intimesre. Sebi. Ene Ghana ye politics na ye no. Entro bebre ne saa abosrem keka. Eno am ne obi hia ye nkanta. Unim omo download project bia ya ye Ghana ha bia. Me say project bia ya Ghana ha bia. Ubisa say project one na we ya enya atame say Jerry Rollins. Enya Jerry Rollins say Mahama. Ena me ka sense on do nya abotre. Even Kumawu hospital MPP for a complete no na no ya da omko commission ye no. Ghana mira no say omo ane boss so. Omo na rufi ye. Enya me nwanwa kire say saa de no omo ye. Eti ye nuanom ne ye papa no mo a omo nim no. Omo sa pictures nyina omo ye behye omo. Eti me sre MPP communicators ne say omo sorry. Me dey message say nyemo omaye no omo unim all the sectors of the economy. Eti no den say nipa beka ho asem. Edoso. Eti me dey be ne say omo fa no sector by sector. No omo nya ho pamphlet. Yep. Omo fa nkogu social media no so ana say radio stations no omo fa nkogu evidence oba no afa no kuta digital address so ho. Se nipa ne boa e wo ho. Eti me dey me fa akonnwa na mabo abaso na mabo yempayifo so abaso me dey bia dey me kan say ye hwa ne say ye maame awo ne ye nuani ye pe akwan papa so ma ye kwan papa ye beto ama ye say ye ma ye sika enti o school fees obi si metu your school fees ama na sa ni papa wo mpe we o pe dey o se bra na koso apan na me di ho tax that be sometimes no ye realistic akra say papa yi Bahomia as vice president. They can Bahomia as vice president. On your president too. As vice president. After 2012 election, omo court we na omo ba no. Asema obe kan say obe make sure say oba kaya you for no. Obe make sure say obe si dan a train omo. Sa de na ene abam wa ye.
Yes.
It is such a person catch say or the policy be but obe ya. Ye na hweye.
Dabi.
Because no omo say heading. 3 SHS omo say heading ba wa ye.
Almost
Possible. Make away Nkrumah, President Nkrumah, Satama Nkrumah or initiative free SHS made it 2 pages in a socra. The Ghana near 500,000 and 5 million. And no crown or the year no from Kwan. No from Kwan with me, and no crown, no most still issues were home. Now will be about why implemented the whole Ghana 37 million people. A problem about NTDN. We are still doing it.
Yeah.
Obi Bama say MPP aya construct kwan chen aban bi aba impu Nkrumah obi di achi obi say kasatwie sabi Nkrumah ya do no but kwan o ye temamoto we no ye to no ye hwe ayi interchanges aya ye Ghana akufu ado aban ye fa ntoto ho be
Dabi
that time no now ye nika enye ka na sika ho e na wo ye sifaye the otimi ye no obi anka hwe na mo companies a ye fan tweet companies a Nkrumah esisi nyina NDC PNDC aban na be good nyina 350 companies enti no ye na Gen Z's na omaba no they don't know SHS from Kra na oma register they don't know we have to go to them and tell them ye kire omo that time wo papa furu so a ye de sabe wuwum so papa di aban sky be kun ne ma me mo yira nyina e bae so enti na Ghana ye politics be bia be duru no you say issues based policy and it's we should get away from this rhetorical lies.
Thank you very much for being here. Yeah. Abusia yemia adusei and a frey yen it is facts and figures. This is reality. Sabna ye kana yese bubu timu kabina ko. We know what we're talking about. We actually know what we are talking about. Give me your friend on WhatsApp. Let me call you. Let me call Sister Diana appear. Hey, Sister Mr. One we are not the Juma. I'm friend Tentem. Dia busia ene da ho no. Mahama dwene say ya Jimmy.
Capital markets created. Like governments all over the world, it became necessary for African governments to take action to shield their populations from the effects of the.
Masai busy. Me here freedom me free one.
No, sorry.
Inti me later. No problem.
Okay. Sorry.
The epidemic. This meant in many cases an increase in deficits due to unbudgeted expenditures. This has devastated many African economies and sunk them.
Hello, Panini.
I'm saying,
Pacho, you no so.
Boko,
Yeah, Daniel.
because Mama dear, your own one wrestled your city, because Nelson more can dear Yana just say, Ajimi some because Obu Abe President da, it become Contopam and Contopokra Esrono. Well, talk to one in Cotopolis Rono. Oshamua want to see, I say.
Dabi.
They have pay. Now, with the Cotopos, when him says, we can't contemplate, because he say, he says, we are so Korea. And no man and I do any Dr. Baumia, you know. Me see, President Piani Ghana, which my catcher me say. Why do my chain and I donate Dr. Baumia? No way. ABC
never.
No way. No credit or can. Because NDC for the one more contemporary BBC hereditary. Yet they say, Obia will be as well call who could have PhD. So now who could have one wine contemporary. Me who will be our war, your friends, and me who will be a war in NPP. NDC was on the or kind of crap. Just yeah. Obama be saying answer the liberty cacao and this no free more say Martin may call MPP. The all MPP more better so you know wouldn't say what did the need quiet NDC.
Yeah.
It's you know your friends mama dear and say money chance be nobody so. Why man bofuanka sanka now a time when now a carry for the swaswa and no more so no. What you and was this to pan, no more a few Uber, no one. Now, one is no more pump on this way. Now be a kitty to Sako. What to me outside the box?
Dabi, Mama dear, and I am a Jumor, dear Obinuma Yan can once. Jam say opposition of Fatawum.
Yes, one of the opposition is idea on Toya Ghana.
Yeah.
Because I can't always say better as well. Miss Ordinance and the Kuni for a big best physical, or Manisca in a Fukam. What you pass to say, Ghana 40 years or so. Now, Matisi has woman now. And now, your friend saying, what was your school for BH? Someone can say, your friend saying, free as any.
Ah, sir.
One at the buy, so not the buy, I'll come actually.
Dabi that.
Because our dear, the free as ever. No, sir, I blew up Pankino, some I blew up Pankino. That's what you say, you're starting here, I'm your man. Let me go say to the macro TV. It was a woman who talk to Tumbo. Offer, Namia Hawaii, Darcy.
Medasi, Mimia. All right, Medasi, bye. I am your panini Samuel Okuno, and I attend in Canon. Down her, while fire Mahama in comments, yeah, why are they? Because Papa, way the Obe can be unknown in the Orca. It's not about just talking. Yeah. Odia Mama Frau Mahama, dear, who didn't cheer, Obekan the young country upon you know. Papa no, who didn't cheer, Obekan the young country upon you know. But she deserve. Yemiaba no after then appear. You said she was busy. I have to call her fast. We are now afraid Udia Oma. Udia Oma, Mr. Afa, just give me 2 minutes. Sister Diana will struggle to get in touch. Sister, why are you free? Hello.
Papa.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
What is saying? Network in Chelsea. You don't can you at Chelsea.
It's me on that.
Sister Diana, I'm saying don't come network in Chelsea. You don't can you at Chelsea. I think so there is issue with Sister Diana. Tony Abuamo Akwaba.
Don't worry.
Okay, what do you say? Okay, so I think I get you now.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello? Sister Diana? No.
Hello, what do you mean? Say?
Since I'm a tunka, come up.
What do you mean?
Since I'm a tunka, come up.
Okay, mistake. Sagana, you know, be baby president here. Yeah, mama, and you can remember don't call.
Perfect.
Because Yamikura in a self-feeling, so do a better be I no me man. Sir, and Yana, excuse me to say, Crawford, say, I know. May Major desire no.
And no crepa.
And now, not just Yana said, Ghana for Jimmy. And until no warrior son. Oh, Wantina, no, I can't semper. Or buy no other 2 foot trouble, Nippani, when I'm Sagana for. Diagro. Na yen another parties no. On to me magana kunya subio na on to muna. O pakro mo fa na do hakania mo bo mo aso se da sumu. And so we vote for MPP. And this they never again to Ghana for it. You be good part, you know. Because woman of Chibia mo man. A titra some and a woman mo wadi. Name almost so mo bano. Na wo catch on so munina wa kopem se ababobo no se ya shemra se wo a wo beto aba wie bia obi anko ne fie ye hu se nipa ba ko mienu mu gina wa se ya chimugum.
Yes
Emo mo atwa mo be kunkum nipa de MPP for they are criminals and this party no ajimpa bia ni wo mutrim nti ansana na adom hwe mutu wo na mo said ya to aba Europe no to aba via straight to the office.
Yeah, straight away.
And no say mo bia gina police station.
Yes.
Because for results na we betie no office TV so. And then yankopon
it's the phone. Oh, my man can't send pan and the phone has no. Oh no. Hello. Sister Diana, the phone on and come. By other way, I said na my man cano. A assume pa. I didn't tell you be too about real onka police station what on ye day. Why? As a former president, what me be one no can say me to say ya. Just say yes FM and to assume. And a son so yes, if him say a former president will tell people to remain in polling stations and make unnecessary noise after voting. Who does that? Where there Madame for park mobile phone na Ghana. Madame for Bako na asem kese pa oka Chairman Drew. I say who does that? How can you instigate people to remain at the polling stations after they have voted? It shows of how Mahama is a violent politician. Momenti papa na osi e man nsan mra no. Mra na yenya light. Emfanye de epese yenye no. Nsem o kan yenye. Sister Diana, me da wase bebre na contribution. I know say wo adwuma mu ntino. It is difficult to find a correct place line no. So but me da say I thank you very much for spending your time whilst you're working to talk to us. Yenti aso Mahama kan na free odi awoma.
Obi aso mobile phone na wo Ghana e bro nipa e wo Ghana. I say
anka teacher mobile phone na say abofra ya wo na ya ono so wo mobile phone bi ekasa e wo mobile because Ghana we 27 million mobile phone lines na population here say 25 and 2 million bro so 25 mpanka 25 and na say abofra ya wo na nempo ono so kuta mobile phone ni bi na anaju bia ye nyina ye plug mobile phone ye charge we nyina ewe kanea enti e wo say abaye bebe bia e wo say ye hwese sena yesi eyusu iram kanea no kono e wo say ye di bi ka ho
enti our savior no say light problem na ye wo no ye nya phones yusu na enu mom ene be boa ma o man na nya ba bi agira ene na be boa ma light ye nya bi wo e man this is your phone yusu asebo ye what yet nsem ega na fo mo se binum se mo bejimi we dem ngusu na mo nyim na onsamra oba kire mo yedu kaya wayawa. He will show you where the power lies. Eho and I'm going to say yes, you did some phone. This was have na ka chire. Odi ahoma me frɛ. Odi ahoma.
Yeah, media.
Apomo boko baje na nso
Ah, o chere mpada o ma dia chindi.
Ya da Nyankopon ase.
Pacho me me to me kasa.
Yeah, you will lie. Yeah, you will lie.
Yeah. Oh. Good evening, abusuafo.
Abusuafo nyina aje wo so.
Tia mu nyina ma ni me ma kanfo ne ko. Ghana for MPP, the whole Ghana me chia wo bia. E do ye ho ye nya chi ni. Ana akufo ado. Odi ahoma ni o. Me chia wo pa.
Yeah.
Me na ni okra de. Me pacho odu e menko MPP na akufo ado ntibi. Me na ni okra de wo friki bi na obewugu ayi. Tibi papa na the first born. Tini e friend papa pani.
I see.
Me kura na ya de me to no makonwa wo ayi kibi ahemfie. To twele ampoye adoma meba. Me na oye be ma. Ete dan ya ma ya me ma. Beba kibi hin ohin wo. Kibi hin wo na aja. Aba ho. Ya de me to ente meba be so akonwa no na maba. Na. Mi chia wo pa makoma Rebecca. Na me chira wo wonka ho no wa. Ni wabusua. So wo do nyambotra maye. Na adwuma ne nya adwuma ketwa. Uti bibia yiwani sadia aye wo aboa bi e ka de se bo breko no ayi nani. Ghana for the sabi makuma nkeka ya. Saka sabi ya ba me anyame nka ho wate. Otweri apon ka ho no ma. Ene ba me a. Esi Nyankopon de ba me abeba ma otamfo ne awu. Ghana man nye mama dia. No bo Ghana sase. Otweri apon ne boy no bo ne magum. Ana ja twekọ na mintina betetene no do ho kanya nsema baji Ghana aboto a akuya nkatie o so atesa gogu ko divu a no di bia ko Canada baba ye mam na o be bobra no wanye sika ye milonia o san ye je so pa che 7 prebiasa ye ne empanifo nye no nyansa una wanu mabai unu se di diska yo contant tan ye susu se akukọ asanse Bate, udidi na anya kase se de wuche bom. Kasa ye. Angana ye nyina na ya nyinyi, enye nkwala, ye nu papa ne bone. Upa chese wo do nyansa. Saka mama. O se o ka na dua na yabo.
Yeah.
Ka na asem na san buru mama adan. Adan wadidi Ghana na nyame wa Watu so by president that just a minister be a woody be a mind or woman Galazzo said the for busy sure. Then you're there, woman. And I mean, Cassa, Sabin Pradiasa. Say, been we a Ghana for Pania Kenko Tiano, over to me a covericos acquires a Kumbe Kum life. Quite no be a Mama. And somehow catching an akufuado. And no quarantine, I'm a woman, Ghana for papa yamana moyan. Moyan, ana mi suna makoma. Yakupa mama boy remobi. Yamuba cabia, it's my cabia chamo. Yamukwane, but 2 acquainting 4 manu. In Kusian, some new pro need Jimmy and Yanya.
Of course.
I might be beer a minute. Ada, dear papa, ya one is a mamma no ponoa. What group nipa 100 power wash on. Ono pomusu. A 7 previous of one this and that's a Ghana 4 citizens to come by us. Then you see a 2 coin. Yabe who citizens for you, my ye. Oh, what did you are not attraction of man in same family? Or could come and know for any mental company. Oh, for any shall some oka, who do Ghana for one man because a mamma or Ghana for 7 predators or company for Mukala or by the ordinary kako. Or do a quantum room of one animal dear, or boo to a canocra.
Yes.
Nipa bear away. Onye no credit for we a contompo damana money dama for bomb for. What to be more Ghana chrono? Cause you know, yeah, the same, it do try yampon. And the jaw mama or quine. You know, now you are Bamia Medibi.
Yes.
Well, your swans were your swans, your swa petition in South Woni, or the Gumina, dear swagger. It's a movie say Ghana and the Ghana for now. Yatumia Casaba. Then I'm Poyasa, Sola Subaku Bisca, oh, you Ghana near Bayasa. Oh, Yanamuko Cronan from Manfire, they respect your mamma Mompe.
Yeah.
Ya de respect ya mama mo mpa na mo bedi eso na mo sori mo jimi na mo tsesa ko mo krom Burkina Faso ni Benin ni Togo ni wanwa o ti ye ga na force te ni se mi pride ya ya jimi wanwa tete no na odo wo nti obi ba wo je no udu ye krom a o baje ya sase na o nwakunya ka nti mi dia ya de mi ma me na na di ja me a me dia nyi awa anyi obi so obaje se dabi ma hye asifo nyina nti pete dia ebi kante obi kuro man ni no na wodi so after me papa family ye de enya pade e cha wo na mo so mo nim nyansa na mo nim se ndisi fo bebre ya wo ne wo ma ya wo kuo e ka kura ka ya Ghana ni ko bejiro ke kansa mfo ne na na akufo ado kra na na
asiedu katia
ni padua
ono ye fena asiedu katia asiedu
na na akufo ado na nto di tietie fom no ani ni padua odi gina ho second yo ka say ba mia ho nya fe no ba mia ni na odi tietia fom no ni na mro mu ani monim ni mu ni padua hwa na yire aye makeup so ko bu okra no ho nya fo ye makeup so kra fata no na hwa akufo ado ye no ntimu num semte akuma akotena de ade ne samfo no mu se hu a asese de man ko school da mo ma ye na sese ye dwapade o na da chi mo bebre ewi asiase ba bia de achi bia na mrekọ London Parliament ko rento kwasi o ade ntra joba de sha se ko gina ho no ba da ben ko agene nsam se gogome ba bia sei aya na mrofo de the tikoko tika ne de bema we na ka wa hwe kura no ntuba koto stop shop we mu ne ma efo wa ko fa yale wo yem na de ahye ofie ba yi because store ne mu ne ma na ye papa ne bo etimi ka cha Ghana fo mu fam kokro mo tinche ne se mu nyansa cha mama ani akyan katia ne de sifo no kofo soli one this man to ama no no ye kromani no onye kro unya peteri na mu ebi ka ni mu ekoto na mu to mama because obetu sika agu ye wanya ye ka millionaire mama ne na sifo nyina wo who are you
bebre kwa
etimi de me sram Ghana 2024 mu ma ba me ambra na kufu ado tra bench ode ni nyansa no bi ama no o program no ode ama mo no so mpese man ne bese fi adwuma papa ye titi ni MPP for ne ba mea blanty of a blanty attach no nyansa for graduate to so no an ubu man e na ko bi apra ye nya dog e ka dog sika ko bi besu o man no
yeah of course
ka dog sika ni momoni ni ko bi na agye mu ho na de ba brocha no awro bi dem African food onum said do this am na enwa be control no because na ni bia Unse hu na mo de tete na na ma munyanse bi wo me fie meka unse hu no aka je se wo anto ma ba me bia me ba me nya waye ko ba bia otoko an ko ko ju pay bet
udi
ria nya kwa
nika
ta ma me yo video bet nya sensei
okay
ita command me do ni me be ka se waye no kure ni intro aden ya sham ne hai Rollins mranso a champo mranso yeso de ne to baje go so na sabi ni dua ne na yese ma ne nyina wodi won kan ni komase ka hu obi be kun won a ukun yen so a wa anya de ni ti mama twon na gira nchan na umra twa unya graduate sa brofo na wote na wodi so na wo beji wo huru ye kokko Uhuru ye kukukuruma for high. MPP for mo solid. Kana my mo solid na mo jimu mansi wo. No chire won say na ni bia ba kura si ni ba bia wo.
Dabi.
Si ni ba bia to mama chire ye say wonum sika di wonu ma ba wonum trick. Psychology trick criminal way no a. Ka we no ka we. Nipa we wo ye de ni di ade ani. Osan so no and I some so I say a coup for one consequence our bridge. Now, Mama started a then as require Mama be who answer or land what they are laying. Yes, some fun I'm going to my it's immediate. That be a member or cherry and put the him a gun for a fat by me and blow money. Oh my, you won't pay your dear, a piano city and village. Wash your blood in the name of mighty God. Remember, Ama you, young Nakoda. Mama,
But I was super good, and no contribution.
Yo, Mr. Medamas.
Bye. Abusian for na say ye maame odi ahoma na ye te ne nkan. Abusia phone lines no mabie atum utumi frɛ na wachire wadwen. Proud to that. Yentie de ntia according to Mahama na me no so ntia ama ye be kan say light na ye nya bi wo Ghana man. Utumi frɛ na so wachire wadwen.
Obiara so mobile phone na wo Ghana e bro nipa e wo Ghana I say anka e chiche mobile phone na say abofra ya wo na ne ya ono so wo mobile phone bi e kasa e wo mobile because Ghana was 27 million mobile phone lines na population here say 25 and 2 million bro so 25 mpanka 25 and I say abofra ya wo na nempo ono so kuta mobile phone ni bi na anaju bia ye nyina ye plug mobile phone ye charge we nyina ewe kanea enti was say abaya bebe dia was say ehwese say na yesi eyusu iram kania no kono was say yedi bi ka ho
na sa sema Mahama e ka ye no abusianfo ya bo Mahama video na kire mo mate kwa ya me fa so a me kire mu no me pese me san repropose video no kire mo na mo tie in my absence na tie nsem na o ka no Munti nse na papa wo kogina tamari okoka kire Ghana fo na me kura me yesa na me promote Mahama ne ho kura e mahi memmo ya bie for lunch na tum utumi frɛ na wa hye wadwen se obia nso enye ready se obefra me de ade ne nyina besi a kom kura ade me matena ha ache yeah but we needed to there was a yenka bia yaka se yato semo Ghana for mo befa nsem na ye kan ye no emu nsem no ede agina so akoto aba 2024 we mu da yeto so enso e wo bosome edu mienum very important yen tumi mama Mahama medi enso biem because obedi enso a e ya ho kire ohaw ene yenie na ode bebra ye Godfredo Poko amanfo nua ama mechia bra Armstrong mechia Joe amchi wo so mechia Sister Diana Pia me da wase no contribution no danya ko ma mechia sa nso na osikani kwajo kwaache mechia ono nso kwakubu ate mechia Kremanta Japan mechia Solomon Johnson mechia Kingsley Oti mechia wo nso Ivan Sajimai mechia Evans, ubetumi awuram in video akire oso adwene. O se na na pe o se vaya manjare e buona domenica. Grazie. Buona domenica anche a te. Mo vada mangiare che cosa comunque c'è ragione. C'è fame qua. Tony Yabua, mechiao Samoro Kuno mechiao Joseph Bua. Mechiao say I don't blame Mahama and with his lies, but I blame those low-minded people who stand or no, but I blame those low-minded people standing there listening to his noises. I always ask myself, why do they go there? Samuel Okuno says, is Mahama thinking that Ghanaians are fools to vote for him? I really think that is what he's thinking. Michael Edu says, Mahama children would be at Nima 48 hours. Well, I don't think that his children will be there. It is only for the fools who are going to waste their time and putting their life at risk. Mechia Mike Apia, Joseph Bua, Emmanuel Machiao, Samuel Okunomi ye panyin machia Frank Kwayawo machia wonso ya osikani machia akwasi si onso enyansa da fast free diet wonso machia whispering person oso onso enyansa machia no so sa Ivan Sajman so machia no Richard Apia machia Rita Apia odi ahoma machia KKK machia Agnes Tachi machia yeah Maiden Squabran Boating, Suyansa, Nana Kofi Adu say Mechiao. Sounds not upon your boa Mechiano. Yeah. Cobra Mechiao. Nana Kwame appear, Mechiao. You came but you left at the end. Sounds Ado Emi Rich also Mechiao. Abuja, Kennedy Japan Junior on Facebook. The sounds of life, RAZ Media GH on YouTube. Follow ya and subscribe YouTube and show. Here we are SKB TV Facebook sans YouTube. Sans na Phobia Member TV Facebook sans YouTube. Felix Apia Political Zone Facebook or YouTube. Diana Apia Rivers Media Facebook. Dr. Baumia Sister Facebook. Sabato Facebook or YouTube. Efie ni fie Facebook ni YouTube. We nipa we ambo modin nyina. Na follow one, na subscribe to them on their various channel. Makramo ene ye kwasi da ya asode na wie me ko anumre ye be sha ba ye different mess eho ena be ma communion abre we de makramo machiam until we meet again. Mr. Mafu Makramo, adios.